Hey guys, JHoyt here. Before we get into today's video, we tell you guys at the start of every single one of these videos that the vast majority of you guys are not subscribed. So make sure to go down below, hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications so you never miss an upload, and don't forget you can always change your mind later. What's on, guys? JHoyt back with you. Today, welcome back to NHL 22. We are back here on Hockey Ultimate Team, and although we are watching gameplay, we're not playing in today's video. So we have a weird one. So you guys know EA has a history, and we both have a history of a lot of really stupid things happening in the game. And there's been some ways that I have lost games this year that have tilted me way more than I care to admit. And I wanted to break some of these down for you. So we have a couple of them on your screen here in a second. And we'll just start playing his. It's going to take a second to get into this. So here we go. So let's start out with context. So this is a Hut Rivals game. We were up 3-1 late in the game. And this guy scored 2 goals within 36 seconds. Yeah. Took the lead with like a minute left. Played a little bit. In the final 30, it was about 35 seconds. 34 seconds was the time difference between 2 goals. He managed to score 2 goals, sending this game to overtime. So I'm like, well, let's make sure we don't lose this, and we'll get into this. So we're already 2 minutes into overtime, and usually overtime either takes till the last possible second or in the first minute. Like that's usually how my games go, and we'll do that. So we get a nice poke. We change lines, right? Our guys are dead tired. He sends his computer after me, which is definitely not unusual anymore. This guy completely beats me on this race, and then Carlson can't catch up to him. One of the main reasons I sold him was actually after that game. We get a great chance here. We thought we poked it, and then he majorly screws up on this play. I don't know why he didn't just take it to the net, forehand, backhand, try to put it in there, but he screws up, right? Gives us the opportunity. Trying to cut around. He actually plays pretty good defense here, right? He waits for that guy, fully expects him to be the guy passing to, which is what my plan was right there. Of course, now we just circle around the zone. He tries to pass it cross crease again. And now we need players, right? We need new players because those guys are dead tired as is. We go in the zone. I see the guy there. Of course, it goes backwards. And I'm like, where the heck did this guy come from? And he ends up scoring. Now, you may be wondering, like, oh, he just scored on a breakaway. That's not a big deal. But you got to see something. And we'll get to it in a second here, because I was absolutely mind blown. I'm going to skip ahead here because this is the raw clip from the actual play. So, of course, we see all the points afterwards. We had to go into replay here. So, of course, let's rewind it. And I'm like, wait a second. The puck's still in the neutral zone, and the other guy's in my zone. Now, let me just preface the next part of this clip by saying I don't know the exact rule about this play since I'm the one that passed the puck. But from what I understand, like I said, I could be totally wrong. But from what I understand, I think this is Jack Eichel. He has to have the puck, or the puck has to enter the zone first before another player, or in this case, Jack Eichel. Right? That's, to my knowledge, that's what I know. So when I first saw it, I was like, oh, he got off the bench, he skated the blue line, got it, picked it up, got on a breakaway. But then I go to the replay, and I'm looking at this, I'm like, it's not even close. Like, it's not even like he's dragging his skate, could barely just be offsides. Like, it is clear. Like, that's probably a good, 5-10 feet inside that zone. I mean, obviously in the game, it's a couple inches, but like, this is incredible. Like, not even to mention the fact that my guy went for a change when I'm breaking into the zone. We'll just forget about that for a second. But this is what irritated me more than anything, right? He gets in the zone, and, of course, auto puck pickups here. He reaches out with the wrong side of his stick and picks it up. slams on the absolute dime, or stops on a dime, I should say, my goalie doesn't do a single thing. If that was me in that situation, that goaltender would poke check 90% of the time. But, we have I guess you want to call it a bad change. And then he is a good portion inside the zone. So this is, like I said, this is where I'm not sure of the rule. So I could be totally wrong, but it was super tilting in the moment. So I will say that. But last time I checked, I've repeated it like 3 times, you had to take this puck into the zone before this player. Now leave in the comment section if I could be wrong. Like I said, I'll admit if I'm wrong. But this was super frustrating, right? So tell me down in the comments if I'm wrong in this case. But to have the puck still here, him just coming off the bench, and he's already in the zone, and then scoring in overtime after he scores 2 late goals is pretty tilting. Now, like I said, could be totally wrong, but we took the loss, we moved on, and we actually have a second clip. I think this one's from Hut Champs, if I remember correctly. So let's get right into the second clip. So our second clip actually is from Hut Rivals as well. Again, let's start with some context. So we were actually up 4-3 in this game within the last couple of minutes. I don't remember the exact times on this one. I know it was within the last 5 minutes of the game clock that we were up 4-3. He scores. We had just scored at the start of this clip. You probably saw it on the bottom. And then John Carlson decides, it would be more fun to do right now? Let's put it into our own net. So, of course, we go back to the face-off. We'll reset this, and we'll see where this one goes. So, as usual, as people do late in the game on Hut, he backs up into his own zone and waits for someone to do something, which is always funny because the people that waste the most time in Hut are these same people who never move on defense. And all they do is sit in the middle and let the computer do everything for them. It still mind boggles me. But we had a good chance there. I think that was with Draisaitl, and we didn't end up getting a shot on net there. But it was still a really good play. We had a little bit of zone time there at the end. Not to start out this clip with scoring a goal, and then right off the bat there, going to having your own defenseman put it in the net is super frustrating. Now, yes, I didn't really see the stats from this game. I don't remember this game too vividly, but I remember what happened, later in the game. So I did write a couple of notes just so we knew when to talk about it. So we start overtime, right? Let's spread it out. Let's start out overtime strong. We get an opportunity right off the start here. Goaltender poke checks, which never happens for me. Never. My goaltender never poke checks. Or if he does, it's always a goal. So somehow we take a penalty off this. I thought the stick checks and everything were supposed to be better this year. They really aren't. The amount of times I've been in a perfect position to have a good poke check has been a lot, and I've gotten lots of penalties for it, so it just doesn't really make sense. But now we got to kill the penalty, right? We got to kill the rest of this, and then hopefully get a good line change, and then eventually get off and hope to, find some rest, some luck in the rest of overtime. But kill off some more seconds here. For whatever reason, it switches me to my defenseman that's going on a break on the PK on a 4-on-3 in overtime, which just does not make sense at all. So Couturier makes a great defensive play. I actually did like Couturier as a player. It's just he's slow. So he's good at face-offs and defense, but that's about it. This guy burns everyone. Basically forehand, backhand, doesn't really get much out of it. I don't actually know who that is. Let's kill some more time here. Cross it back. Our guy's back out of the box. Good move here by Couturier, right? Go into the zone. We're behind almost everybody. We'll deke him out some more. Of course, Couturier is tired as all heck from the penalty kill. Then it switches me to my goalie. Now, you might be saying, well, he probably switched to him to try to grab that puck. No. The puck got sent down, and it auto-switched me to my goalie. So as I was trying to skate down to get one of my defensemen to pick up that puck, go back, and hopefully get a good chance. It switches me to my goalie, which brings it out, and I think it bounces off his skate or his pad or something there, and it goes in. Now, do I bring it back into a replay? I don't think I do. So let's go back to the goal, right? So let's skip. Doing it live, folks. All right, here we go. So let's pause it, not fast forward it. So let's back this up just a hair here. Oh, that's the wrong button. So he gets good chance. Don't care, right? He beat all my players. Pass it. Looking for Marner. He plays my guy perfectly. Okay, fine. No big deal there. Go in the zone, gets hit. Somehow completely loses his balance. Okay. Trying to work it in the zone. Now we have... Now where... Let's see. Where was I? I think I was trying to pass it back to my defenseman here, if I remember correctly. Yeah, because I didn't have a lane to go up the middle here. Well, I was trying to go to Marner in this case, obviously. But then I saw he was going towards him. So I'm like, okay, well, there's a guy streaking here. So let's pass to him. Okay. I figured he was going to either stay on this guy and follow Marner towards the middle. So I was just going to take it with Couturier into the zone and hopefully beat both these guys and get a 2-on-1 and hopefully pass it cross crease and end up getting a good chance here. But somehow oh, that's a defenseman. I don't actually know who that is, but that's a defenseman there, number 14 for them. But we go into the zone, of course. He tries to beat us. All he's doing is just spamming his hit button. But now, in this case, you're facing the wall. I'm trying to just pass it back to, I think this is Erik Karlsson there at the bottom. And for whatever reason, it's like, you know what we should do? Let's just pass it in the middle of my defenseman. All the way down. And normally, goaltenders go out maybe down on one pad or maybe try to grab it with their stick or put one pad down or put it down with their glove or blocker or something and stop the puck, and then they'll put it on their stick and then pass it to somebody. But no, in this case, like I said, it auto switches me to my goalie. And so I'm trying to skate down with whatever player I was on. So it takes my goalie out of the net. So now I'm like, well, I probably should go back and get the puck because I realized it auto switched. And then instead of like grabbing it with a stick or doing anything, it goes down to the butterfly animation. And it just perfectly knocks it into my goal. Now, if that's not tilting, I don't know what is. Like, especially after the way this clip starts, right? We had just scored a goal. We're what? How many seconds? Is that 52? I can't actually tell. But we just get a goal with, I think that's less, yeah, that was like 50-something seconds to get a couple of good chances right off the start of the era, I should say, right at the start of the first period, well, right at the end of the third period with a minute left. To have some good chances there. You're up by a goal. You don't have to worry about it. And then John Carlson puts it in your own net for whatever reason. Then when you're trying to work it in overtime with one of your players, pass it back to your defenseman, make a play happen. It makes your pass mess up. Then it auto switches you to your goalie, which then you don't expect. So then you try to fix it, in the process of the play. And then it hits off your goaltender by doing a stupid animation and then putting it in your own net. Guess what I did? No, I didn't throw my controller across her. Rage quit the game instantly. I was like, if this is how the games are going to be, I don't want to be on this game. I have played, I think, 3 games of NHL in the last week. And every single one of them, something stupid like this situation has happened. Every single time. Now, it's not always like that, but for the most part, it is. But enough talking about it. We got it off our chest. You don't have to worry about it anymore. But that's going to be it for today's video. If you did enjoy, hit that like button down below. Let me know of your thoughts and comments down there in that comment section. If you haven't yet, or if you're brand new here, make sure to subscribe. Turn those post notifications on so you never miss an upload. And don't forget, you can always change your mind later. With all that being said, guys, we'll see you in the next one.